took me a year and a half to realize that to get anywhere on this, you actually have to propagate yourself. You should be putting yourself in your tags, saying your name in your videos, and putting in your information so that you're easily searchable on the internet, if anyone actually gives a shit. Wow. Now, why did I show the Communist Manifesto, and why is everything yellow and red? Well, you could say it's an allegory, a metaphor, or I'm representing communism, when really, I think if you watch my other videos, you'd understand that I'm just talking about ism, but really I'm not talking about anything because they're just colors. But the truth is that this book actually has the Declaration of Independence on it. And not just that, but the Discourse of the Origins and Foundations of Inequality. And a few other things, like the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, and, you know, the Working Man's Program, an appeal to the young, such and so forth. But interesting, ever since the whole religion, you know, and statism thing happened, it's actually just become an immersion. If you look at law is all about abiding by the Bible, because it's the book that you tell the truth on, right? When really, I don't want to name names here, but a lot of techno-evangelists, sorry, maybe I shouldn't use that term either, they bullshit a lot, they tell a lot of lies, and if there is a hell, I'm sure they're going to it for ripping off, you know, soulless individuals who are seeking some sort of solace in something that isn't actually substantial, it's just ripping their wallets away. Now, I watch a lot of propaganda, I read a lot of propaganda, in fact, I've labeled everything as propaganda. Everything from newspapers to magazines to television to whatever, it's all propaganda. If someone else makes it and you didn't make it and it's not your own opinions and you're being told and taught this stuff, then it's propaganda, as far as I'm concerned. If it's right or it's wrong is actually up to you, whether or not people actually say so or not. Like murder. We're animals, right? Animals kill things. So if we kill one another, that's not right, because we're being animalistic and we live in civilization. So in civility we stand, and if you start to sit or lay down, then you're a hobo, because you're doing nothing, you're lying down the street, and you're lying down somewhere, and that's just dirty. I don't think I actually necessarily have a point, but I like to throw things at you. Like apples. I don't like wasting food, but holy crow, give me an apple, I'll think about throwing it before I think about eating it. Now, funnier still whether or not you're getting humor out of this, but if you end up being an animal and you end up injuring another human being, another animal or another person, if you will, then you end up having to be taught like you're an animal. In, you know, case in point, you're put in a box with bars, i.e. a cage, with other animals. I was at my legislative building today. My legislature, right? Place where we make laws. Sorry, I'm eating rice. That's my theme, yo! Probably can't see that because I like to dabble in like bullshit. Test people's patience. That's my game. Alright, there's my fork. You can't really see it's rice because I'm overcomplicating things. As I was saying, I was at my legislature and I noticed that they had power-saving halogen lights. Sorry, not halogen lights. They're coiler bulbs. I don't actually know the names of those things. But they actually passed a law in the province of Canada somewhere, saying that because of energy efficiency and pollutants, that this is actually supposed to be an initiative. And, I don't know, it's kind of like cell phones and driving, and, you know, doing a whole bunch of other stuff. It's against the law in some places, but people still do it, and that's supposed to be a general example to others, right? But as far as examples go, how's this for exemplary? What the fuck is doing? What the hell is my paper doing? Flashing the lights? What the fuck am I doing? What is anyone doing? So when Thomas Edison becomes obsolete, and I can't turn on CNN or Fox News or City TV or Global or anything, and all I get is a whole bunch of crap about celebrities that don't really matter, who can deny existence if they have enough time on their hands, which they do, evidently, because anyone can turn their back on a career where they're just making money by sitting around. I mean, once you're that rich, you pretty much propagate yourself, and as long as you can propagate yourself, you could be your own freaking, you know, you could be your own media. That's what people generally do. They make enough money being recording artists, right? So they branch off, and they either become actors, from actors they become recording artists, and that's because they have enough money to buy producers, or have producers making things, or have musicians do things for them, in which case it doesn't really matter because you're just expanding yourself. But at that point, what is it worth living? I mean, for other people to know you, it's the same thing that I'm wondering about with name dropping in YouTube. I mean, is it that substantial? Do you really need to sit there and say who you are? If people are looking at your information, they can plainly see your username, plainly, obviously subscribe if they felt like it. I don't understand why people take it upon themselves to sit there and, you know, pretty much ask for the freaking obvious, when it's really just a matter of personal choice. But when you don't give me a choice, and I have to listen to Britney Spears and how she shaved her head, or how Paris Hilton doesn't want to go to jail, I start to question my media sources and wonder why the fuck I'm listening and watching to this shit. I don't want to see it, I don't really find it interesting, and it's not that informative. When people are freaking being hit by tornadoes and their houses are being torn up and families are being broken because of natural disasters, I have to sit there and listen to people that are bickering about nothing because their lives are too complicated for even themselves to control. And at that point, I'm wondering, why the hell am I even bothering listening to this stuff? Which is why I don't watch television, and when I do, it's generally a movie, and most of the time I have too many high opinions about movies because I think they're just ridiculous and shit. But what do I know? I'm not in movie production. That's just my opinion, and that's all I've got, because this is YouTube, and this is me, and that's you, and I'll see you whenever you feel like clicking on this again, or if you don't. Like, what the fuck? Do I need to really go on about shit that doesn't matter? I don't think so. Because it matters to me, what I just said anyway. If it doesn't matter to you, you could have ended this a long time ago. Now what am I talking about? It's called ranting. Rambling? Are you sure? Wait, am I throwing ideas at you, or asking questions, or answering questions before they're even asked? Anyways, the one on the left, yeah, okay.